Hello students. Now today we will start topographical maps. In the previous video I have explained some basic terms related to this chapter. Like we have discussed about what is map. What is map? Map is the flat representation of the Earth's surface, or we can say presentation or representation of Earth's surface on flat surface is known as map. Map are of different types. If we'll talk about maps on the basis of scale, so there are two types of map. One is large scale map and the another one is small scale map. Large scale maps are those maps which shows less area but with more details. For example, if I talk about India, so India is a vast country, but if I take only one state of India, that is Maharashtra. So if a map only depict about Maharashtra with great detail, so that will be the example of the large scale map. Small scale maps are those maps which shows more area but with less detail. For example, if we'll talk about world map, so world map shows all 7 continents, but within that map it is very difficult to find important cities from each countries present in the continent. So that will not give full detail comparatively to the large scale maps. So we can say topographical maps are large scale maps, and we can say maps are also classified on the basis of content. There are 3 types of maps on the basis of content. One is physical map, political map, and thematic map. Physical maps are those maps which shows physical features on a map, like rivers, streams, mountains, hills, etc. Political maps are those maps which shows boundaries of cities, countries, states, capitals. So that is considered as a political map. Thematic map, the word thematic, we get theme word from this term thematic. So we can say thematic maps are those maps which shows only a one particular theme. For example, if I talk about this is a map of India, fine, this is the rough sketch of India, especially peninsular shape. So we can say Deccan Plateau, rich in the black soil. Here we can say the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. This side Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats are covered with laterite soil. We can say in Rajasthan there is a desert or sandy soil. So if a map tells about only soils, or we can say only rivers of India, of any country, that is considered as a thematic map. So this is about a recap of map. So map means the representation of Earth's surface on a flat surface is known as map. But we can say maps are 2D maps. Map shows only 2-dimensional features, that is length and breadth. Map shows only these two features, length and breadth. So these maps are called 2D maps. But here we have to learn about topographical maps. Topographical maps, first of all, these are large scale maps. These are 3D maps. So here you will include these maps shows length, breadth as well as height also. So here we can include these map also shows height of landform. So this is about the topographical maps. Topographical maps are also known as ordnance map. The word ordnance means artillery. You have heard in history artillery word means weapons. And we can say earlier these maps were first used for military groups. So military groups, that was the first group, used topographical maps to find out the position of enemies. And we can say the another feature of topographical maps shows man-made features as well as natural features. So this is about topographical maps. One more important thing that we have to learn here, that if we are talking about any kind of map, so you will find 5 important elements of a map. We have discussed in the previous video there are 5 important elements of a map. So what is the first one? Title. Title, this is the first element. Title tells the topic of a map. Whether the map is political, physical, thematic. So title is the first element. Second one, you will find arrow this side of the map. And N letter is indicated with this arrow. N represent north. So we can say here what is the second important element after title? This is direction. So if we know where is north, so we can find out the other directions. So as we know there are 4 main directions, that is north, south, west and east. So this was the second important element of a map. What is third element? That is scale. Scale. What is the definition of a scale? Scale means the ratio between distance on map and distance over ground. Distance on a map and distance on the ground. So that is the definition of the scale. And scale is represented in this way. So one horizontal line that is presented at the bottom of the map and vertical marks will be presented on horizontal line. So this is about the third element. We'll discuss about scale in detail later on. Now what is the fourth element? You have seen this side there is an index, or we can say key. Whatever, suppose any map is here, India or any of the countries here. So whatever symbols we will use here, like these are the rivers. Instead of writing the names of river here, like this is Narmada river, instead of writing full name, what we can do? We can put a symbol here 1. So we'll write 1 here and we'll write name Narmada. We'll write in the same way 2 here and 2 we will write here Tapi. So we'll mark a symbol on the map and we'll write here. We'll write complete description about these symbols. Why? So that your map will look good and that will be just clear to you it will be easy for the readers to read the entire map. And which one is the fifth important element that is very, very important? So today we'll learn about that element. So the number fifth element is, what is the name of that element? Grid. Now what is grid? Grid means the network of longitude and latitude that form a single grid. Like these are the longitudes here and these are the latitudes. If you will see the network of longitude and latitude, that makes a one particular grid. This is one grid, this is second grid, this is third grid. What is the other name of grid? Grid is also called graticule. Now what is the advantage of grid? We can find the exact location of a place with the help of grid. So this is the fifth important element of a map. So now we'll learn about these lines here, these longitude lines, these standing lines and these sleeping lines, what we call these lines in topographical map. So let's learn about very new term for you under this heading topographical map. So today you will learn about what is easting, eastings and northings. Again, these are, first of all, these are imaginary lines that we used to draw on map. Now suppose this is topographical map and the lines, standing lines, or you can say these longitude lines, but here we can't say these longitudes, so here we can say these standing lines. And if you will check in your book, if you will check these topographical maps in your book, so you will find these standing lines and the number is indicated with each line. Like here it is, this is also a line included here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are the numbers indicated with each standing line. And if you will see, if you will observe carefully, the number is increasing toward east. So as we know, there are four cardinal directions: north, south, west, east. So east is this side. So the number is increasing toward this side. So these lines indicated with these number, so it is increasing toward this side. So what we call these lines indicated with these numbers, these are called eastings. So like 10, 11, 12, 13, this standing line, 10, standing line indicated with 11, standing line indicated with 12, standing line indicated with 13, these are eastings. Now come to northings. Northings are also imaginary line, but these are sleeping lines. And these sleeping lines also indicated with numbers, like here we can say 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So here you can say these sleeping lines indicated with these number, the value is increasing toward north. So what we call these sleeping lines that indicated with 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, these are called northings. So together easting means standing line, and northing, sleeping line. Together these two lines make a one grid. So this is one grid, this is second grid, this is third grid, this is fourth grid. And if you will observe your maps, you will find different colors here, different symbols here. So we'll learn these symbols, about these colors in later videos, in other videos. So first of all, you have to learn what are eastings, what are northings. So this is about eastings and northings. Next, we will learn about, related to topographical map only, our second topic is scale. What is scale? As we have discussed, scale means ratio between distance on map and distance on ground. So this is the definition of scale. So there are three types of scale. If you will observe map, at the bottom of the map you will find scale is presented here. So there are three types of scale. Number one is statement scale. Now, what we used to do in statement scale, at the bottom of the map, when we take any scale, we'll write in a simple statement manner. In a simple way we used to write, like 1 centimeter on map represent 50 kilometers on a ground. So this 1 centimeter on a map represent 50 kilometers on a ground. So in this way we used to write the statement scale in a very simple way. Now what is the second type? That is linear scale. It is also known as graphical scale. So linear scale is represented in this way. Horizontal line marked with vertical line. So here we can say, on the top we can write 1 centimeter and the bottom we can write 50 kilometers. Like 1 centimeter on a map represent 50 kilometers on ground. In the same way, 2 centimeter on a map represent 100 kilometers on a ground. So this is the way to represent the linear scale or graphical scale. So this is about second type of scale. So when you will learn or you will check your map, then you will find this type of linear scale given in your book. Now what is third type of scale? Third type of scale is representative fraction. Or what is the other name of this? Ratio. Representative fraction or ratio means distance on map over distance on ground. This is the another way to represent the scale on map. Like in a statement scale, I have written, like we used to write 1 centimeter is equal to 50 kilometer. This is the way we used to write in the statement scale. But here, what we can do under this ratio, distance on map over distance on ground. So we can write 1 centimeter represent 50,000 centimeter on the ground. Or we can say, we can write in this way, 1:50,000. So this is numerator, denominator. The unit will be the same. We can't write here 1 centimeter, on map represent 50 kilometers on ground. No. The unit of numerator, unit of denominator will be same. 1 centimeter on map represent 50 centimeter on ground. In representative fraction, this is the third type of the scale. It is also called ratio. Either we can write in this way 1/50,000, or we'll write in this way 1:50,000. So these are these three types of scale: statement scale, linear scale, and representative fraction. All these three ways are given in your map, bottom of the map you can observe. So this is mentioned 1:50,000. What is the scale of all the map given in your book? Scale is same. On the same scale, topographical maps are prepared. That is 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. What is this? This is statement scale. And if I'll take this way, 2 centimeter represent 1 kilometer. 4 centimeter is equal, represent 2 kilometer. So this is about 3 types of the scale. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.